Today's NVDA trades are honestly pretty boring, and that's a good thing. I followed the plan. I sold a cash secured put, used the premium to pay for another share, and wrote instructions to myself about what I'll do if that put goes in the money. I also looked at rolling an out-of-the-money covered call. I mapped it out with a few possible setups. Nothing filled, so I made the simplest decision to just let it expire today, and I'll sell a new one on Monday. No drama, no prediction, just decisions that keep the plan intact. And if you see my sweet golden retriever here, this is Bear. We fostered him for a couple of months last year, and he's back with us just for the weekend while his person is out of town. Sometimes the best things, whether it's investing or a very good boy, are steady and predictable. With NVDA trading at about $183 a share right now, I have 160 shares and a covered call that is expiring out of the money at the end of the day. My average cost for these 160 shares is less than $130. So this position is solidly profitable. And my strategy right now is to keep selling options and using the premiums to add shares to the account. So my first move for today is to sell a cash secured put and use the premium to add another share to the account. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do about this covered call. So let's open up the option chain and look at cash secured puts expiring in 7 days on February 13th. $175 a share is a price at which I would not mind being assigned to buy shares. So step 1, sell a cash secured put with a strike of $175. Expiring in 7 days, and it'll bring me about $172. It filled at $174, so let's put that on the spreadsheet. Quick pause here. This kind of trade management is exactly what I lay out step by step in my options books. It's not about fancy strategies, it's just about understanding puts and covered calls well enough to make calm decisions like this, writing instructions before emotions get involved, and knowing when to do nothing. If you want a clear, beginner-friendly walkthrough of how this works in real life, I've put the link below. So sell to open, cash secured put. I received $173.34 for it, and I'm using $17,500 of collateral to secure it. That gives me a 51.65% annualized rate of return just on this trade. And now I'm going to buy one share. The $173 that I just brought in will cover almost 100% of the cost of adding this share. So buy one share at $183.05, filled at $183.03. I'd like to continue selling covered calls on this position, but I'm really trying to avoid assignment. So I'm looking at a strike price of $205 because I think it's unlikely that the price of NVIDIA is going to recover to that point in the next week or two. So let's see what's available with a $205 strike, either next week or the week after. So going out 7 days, the $205 strike would bring me about $9. If I go out 14 days, it would generate $43. And if I go out 3 weeks, I can get $179 for a $205 strike. Now that's a very attractive premium, but you see this little symbol here? That is my notification that there will be an earnings report this week, sometime around February 27th. And selling options around earnings is always more of a risk than selling at other times. So yes, I can generate a pretty high premium with this covered call. There is a chance that a good earnings report will push the share price up above 205 and will cause me to need to manage this position a little bit. But $181 in 3 weeks is just a much better return than $44 in 2 weeks. So I am inclined to sell this $205 strike for the high premium, but I'm also considering this $210 strike. It would bring me $115 right now, and adds $500 to the potential capital gains if it goes in the money. So since I really do want to hold on to these shares, I think I'm going to choose the $210 strike 3 weeks out. And even though I am nearly certain that this $205 call expiring today will expire worthless and disappear, I don't want to leave it in the account as a naked call. So I'm going to pay the $1 or $2 that it will cost to close it and roll rather than just sell a new call outright. So I'm rolling out to February 27th, raising the strike from 205 to 210, and I will ask for $116, which is the current bid. So this should fill. All right, I'll edit it down to 114 just to try to get this to execute. All right, it still will not fill, so I'm going to take a different strategy and try to pay to close the open call. I'm going to offer $2. Raise my offer to $4, hoping that it fills at 1 or 2. All right, I'm going to cancel this order. And it looks like this $205 call will just not close for me today, so I'll leave it to expire at the end of the day and come back on Monday and sell a new call probably 3 weeks out and try to generate enough income to make it worth the risk of having these shares called away. Let's do a quick sum. My current out-of-pocket is $20,679.29 or 25 cents, which is almost exactly where I was last week. Only now, instead of 160 shares, I have 161 shares. So let's do some quick division. I lowered my average investment per share to $128.44. I'm going to remove this date because this covered call did not fill as I hoped. And I'm going to change this. So the plan is to sell to open a covered call at 205 or 210. And I'll come back on Monday and take care of that one. So today's trades were super straightforward. I'm just sticking with my plan, and I have written instructions to myself about what to do if this $175 put goes in the money. It's fine for me to accept assignment at $175. If the price pulls below $175, I can buy some more shares and sell covered calls at $175 or $180 and keep rolling until I have paid for those shares. Nothing exciting to see today, and that's the point. The plan is working, the premiums are doing their job, and sometimes boring is the best possible outcome. I'll see you next time.